That which witnesses the conscious and unconscious aspects of the mind is not a thought, it's pure awareness. And that's what you are. And that's the next shift that takes place, which involves a shift in identity. That I'm not this unconscious one, nor am I the conscious spiritual one. Some people get stuck there as a new identity, the conscious ego. I am beyond both, identityless, pure stillness. On this journey of awakening, we go through different stages of consciousness. The first stage being totally unconscious and total identification with thought, which is the state that most people on planet Earth are experiencing right now. And it's not that one of these states that I'm going to describe is better or superior to another. It's just like the cycle of a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. It's just how it is. And each has their own speed of transformation and evolution. Beyond that, there's no transformation and there's no evolution, there's just the one consciousness. But on the level of form, there's different stages of how consciousness expresses. So, that stage of unconsciousness is kind of like there's nobody there. There's just conditioning and unconscious mechanisms and habits acting out. The next stage is when the mind becomes conscious of itself. And in this stage, there's a capacity to observe thoughts. The mind has become more conscious in one aspect of itself, and the more conscious aspect observes the thoughts. So there's some separation between the sense of me and the thought. There's some more space there, and that allows for more presence in the system. During this stage, the stream of unconscious conditioning is seen for what it is, and it starts to weaken when the practice is continuously applied, and the more conscious aspect of the mind starts to grow. And that more conscious aspect starts to align itself with higher wisdom, with the truth. And those thoughts have a different quality. They appear like reminders of the teaching, like a thought that says, "Oh, I just observed that thought. How funny," like the experience you described in the kitchen. It's both still the mind, but one aspect is more unconscious and one aspect is more conscious. That which witnesses the conscious and unconscious aspects of the mind is not a thought, it's pure awareness. And that's what you are. And that's the next shift that takes place, which involves a shift in identity. That I'm not this unconscious one, nor am I the conscious spiritual one. Some people get stuck there as a new identity, the conscious ego. I am beyond both, identityless, pure stillness. Now when your attention rests as that, and you apply the teaching consistently, what happens is that thoughts start to reduce. There's less and less thoughts. And it becomes very clear if a thought appears, which is that old unconscious patterning, and there's a recognition in the moment that it's nothing to do with me, it doesn't touch me, it's not a problem, it doesn't need to go away. There's just a clear seeing of what it is. Now when you live more in this space of being, this emptiness, there's more space for higher consciousness to flow through the empty vessel. And it's in that emptiness that many times talents and gifts that are unique to each expression begin to flow through. Maybe in the form of poetry or singing or dancing or artwork or gardening, whatever it is that's unique to you. And sometimes the divine intelligence uses the mind. So it can bring into thought an idea, or maybe a vision, to take some action, to create something. And you'll be able to discern the quality of it. It has, when it's born from the divine, it has a pure quality of this feels true, this feels aligned. If it's born from the mind, then it's tainted by a feeling of this is going to get me something, either recognition or wealth or an enhanced sense of self. Is the conceptual self seeking through ideas or action to become bigger and better. Whereas the inspiration or ideas or thoughts that are aligned with truth have an unconditionality with them.